Like sexually graphic?
Like everything graphic, yes.
Wow.
Like,
Okay.
But
that is Zack Snyder's cup of tea.
Like big animated uncircumcised penis graphic. I'm like, oh fuck, like we're doing this.
Oh, this is happening.
Yeah, Linkin Park has a new singer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Female lead singer. They finally replaced. Well, Kendrick Lamar is doing the halftime show.
I know, and I don't like him. I think he sucks.
Oh, Jesus God.
I think he's absolute trash. I hate his voice. I hate his style. I don't like him. By
that
the way,
show made me hate DJ Khaled.
He was a bitch.
He was like, the best.
He was such a
bitch, and like he was so uninteresting. Like his answers to his questions, I was like, you're trying to be like.
Is that your excuse for like everything in life? Honey, I was assaulted with it, so I guess I had to eat it.
Yeah. Works. Holds up in court.
It holds up in court? Okay. All right. You must have Johnny Depp's lawyers.
Shit. I ain't got that kind of money.
Shit. If that wasn't like a firm example of like plea to the crowd like they did in Gladiator, like Johnny Depp was just playing for the audience. He was playing for the home team.
Oh, she was fighting an uphill battle. She lost.
She was.
Yeah.
That was a case of
it was apparent who was the better actor.
Fucking right. His charisma outshined any negative thing that he might have done.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When he's talking about the size of the wine glass. Like, this dude won this fucking case.
She is done.
Yeah.
And the fact that she shit on his pillow.
Yeah.
That's still timeless. Like, you just... There's no coming back from that. That's like when they said there's no coming back from going full retard.
Yeah.
There's no coming back from shitting on someone else's pillow.
When they tried to say, are you sure it wasn't the dogs? And he's like, they're teacup Yorkies. I was like, God damn.
Ding, ding, ding. This man just won.
In other words, she left a big old shit.
Goddamn right.
In that bed.
Speaking of big old shit, welcome to the Sofa Kingdom podcast with your host, Nelson.
I'm Ian.
Ed.
That's right. We are all here. We made it on a different day, but still, we're making it in time for our own deadlines.
We are.
Yes.
Yep.
For you.
Sometimes life happens and we're having a good time, or we're driving for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
And either way, I understand that because, like, when you got to travel, like when I go to Colorado, as much as I love being in Colorado, it's like 7 hours of travel time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That shit kicks your ass, bro. Like the driving there, the sitting in the plane, the driving back, the annoying people that you have to deal with in the vicinity. Like airplanes, to me, at a certain point, like after the 4-hour mark, I'm like, am I in hell? Did I die? Is this my punishment? And then they're like, all right, we're about to land the plane. I'm like, good, I made it out. All right, cool. Or I feel like it's a loading screen, you know, for like a video game. I'm just like, I'm loading. And I need to get the fuck out of here.
I just hate flying. I hate everything about it.
I do want to travel, though. Like, I just have to find a better way to shut my brain off. Like, I watch people. So, like, if I'm on a plane, I'm suspect of everybody around me. I'm like, that person could be a terrorist. That person could take their shoes off and smell the plane. That person looks like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't get out of my own head to want to fall
buy a
asleep.
Switch, man.
The issue is just basic human manners. A lot of people are just assholes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But the worst offender on a plane is the person in the back who tries to run to the front as soon as you land.
The moment you land.
Yeah. Like, it's like, come on, dude. Like, just stay there. Like, some people want to be polite and not say anything. Some people can't help but want to fucking murder that person on the
aisle
plane.
is barely big enough for one person to walk. If you're in the back, you're not fucking making it.
No, you got to wait your turn.
You're going to stand up and you're going to be standing for like 45 minutes. Sit the fuck down and wait till the row in front of you is moving.
Goddamn right. The only excuse is the two excuses. Hey, maybe you have an issue and you need a bathroom and you need to get
if you're in the back of the plane, there's a bathroom.
No, but I'm saying I can excuse a bathroom person, right? But the other person,
I can't fuck them.
The other person is if they have connecting flights and they were delayed, I can give them a pass. I can give them a pass on that.
But then you need to, like, as you're running by, be like, sorry, I have a connecting flight.
Understood. Let them go. Yeah, I'm here for that. But
because I'm
pick your seat.
I'm gonna be that guy that stands up.
Let's be honest. A lot of places let you pick your seat and it's included, and the ones that are not, it's like $10.
Yeah.
Pick a seat towards the front if you got a connecting flight.
Well, sometimes it's out of your hands. Because what happens is...
the airplanes are always happy to upcharge you to pick a fucking seat.
Yeah, no.
If you're flying at the last minute, hey, it's your fault.
Yes, but no, what I'm saying is sometimes you can have everything perfectly planned, and then you're just getting smashed with delays. And it doesn't matter how early you got there, how good of a seat you arrived. Your connecting flight can fuck you if the aircrafts, if the airplanes aren't running on time.
I don't know, man. I've done some airport running and made it.
But you're a fit guy.
I'm all right.
Have you seen some of these people in the airport?
We're back to the point. Don't get fat.
Run marathons in preparation of your traveling.
You're fat. You miss your plane.
I did see this one guy who was like, honestly, like big enough to be a wrestler, and he fit in the center seat. And like his wife was a tiny lady, and but she's like, I have to sit against the window. I'm like, give the man a fucking break. Like, he's a giant. And we had to sit in the middle there, but I don't know. I get cramped up. I have to get extra roomy seats for my feet.
I just need to sit in the aisle.
I need an aisle.
I need my leg,
and I need the extra rooms for my feet.
The ability to extend just the one leg
is worth it.
It's so much more comfort. Mm-hmm. It really is amazing. It's not even both legs. Mm-hmm. So one leg is still kind of sort of trapped, but it's like just the one. And you're like, oh, so much better.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Have you ever seen an air marshal subdue someone on a plane?
No,
nope.
Never had to, thank God.
I was on a plane where not so much as subdue, but walked in and was like, you. I was like, oh, shit. They got you, bitch, just before you were getting off. Or I think sometimes it's like a timely waiting. They wait for you until you're completely trapped.
Oh, yeah.
You have to now go with the air marshal. The only air marshal I ever met was Rafa. Mm-hmm. He was an air marshal.
Yeah.
I would have hated if you had a tango with that man on a fucking airplane. He had no neck.
No, he didn't.
He was all shoulders, biceps, jiu-jitsu, like purple belt or brown belt at the time. Like, you were going to get fucked up, bro. And you were going to get dragged out of that plane by that man. You know?
That's the way it goes sometimes.
It does. Because I've been watching this show called Heels. I don't know if you guys have seen it on Netflix.
I saw it advertised on Netflix. It's like
Stephen Amell. I know what show you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a wrestling show.
Really, really good. Actually, like, it's exactly what it's entitled. It's like, it's about wrestling heels, about the assholes of wrestling. And Bjorn Ironside, he plays one of the wrestlers. The guy that played the Arrow on CW for a really long time.
Stephen Amell. Yep.
Mm-hmm. He's the other brother in the show. A couple of really unsuspecting. Yeah. Actors and actresses on the show that actually sell it pretty good.
Okay.
And it's like, they kind of dabble into like the Vince McMahon is an asshole kind of, all of those things that they lean into. But actually, pretty entertaining show.
I'm trying to get through Twilight of the Gods. I keep falling asleep. Zack Snyder's new animated Viking epic. It is good. I will say this: it's not a bomb for Zack Snyder.
Okay,
it's working so far. I'm like, all right,
but it's working to the point that you can't not stay awake.
Dude, the only time I fucking watch this shit is like at the end of the day. Like I've gotten everything done. I'll sit down at like 9:30 and like, dude, I don't give a fuck what's on. I'm
right.
I'm out.
You're gonna be out.
But it's good. What I have seen of it is good. It's surprisingly graphic for a cartoon.
Okay. Like sexually graphic?
Like everything graphic, yes.
Wow.
Like,
okay.
Like
but that is
like
Zack Snyder's cup of tea.
Like big animated uncircumcised penis graphic. I'm like, oh fuck, like we're doing this.
Oh, this is happening.
Yeah, this is gonna happen. Okay, cool. So I just, I'm watching it like, all right.
Do you rewind at that particular part?
Not in particular.
Over and over.
Not in particular.
No.
But you can. I mean, one could.
But you can, right?
It's there.
Do you pause at that moment?
I did not. I don't think.
How do you know that it was uncircumcised?
It's pretty good animation. Pretty good animation.
The artist really leaned in on that.
Yes, and so they.
Question.
Yeah.
Do you get additional pay for drawing animated penises?
Probably doubtful.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you get paid additionally to be in a nude scene, just not draw.
Animate a nude scene.
If it's Japanese artists, then no. That's just standard fare for them.
They would say, shut up and draw the dick.
They're like, it's not tentacles? What do you mean?
Yeah. So far, would I say it's an outstanding win for Zack Snyder? Too early to tell for me because I have to finish the whole thing. But it's not a loss. It's already much better than Rebel Moon. So,
okay, but much better than Rebel Moon is not a very tall order.
It's a low bar.
It's a very low bar.
If it's other than 300 and Watchmen for me, that's pretty much it.
That's all that he's done. That's really
that
been.
I've enjoyed. I mean, you can't really like his version of the Justice League. It's like, you just made a fucking unwatchable movie watchable. That's all you did. Like,
right.
Okay. Fair.
Interesting.
The one thing that impressed me is The Penguin on HBO.
And I knew it was going to be good.
I did not have any fucking expectations.
Colin Farrell's a bad man.
The whole movie is fantastic. Or the whole show is going to be fantastic. The first episode, it's so well done. I'm like, wow.
Is it more like Gotham, or is it more like an old school mafia movie?
It's a little bit like you think you're watching a mob movie. You think you're watching like the start of the casino or Goodfellas.
Yeah.
You think you're watching that, but they actually do a good job of making Gotham feel like a rundown New Jersey, like New York. Like they give it that feel. Like I didn't really get that from like when what's his name Nolan, when he made The Dark Knight and all that. Like he used shots from Pittsburgh and stuff like that, but I didn't really get the feel of Gotham.
Yeah,
right.
Like it's focused on the characters and they're great movies. It's just I didn't like feel that Gotham was Gotham.
Yeah,
right.
If you know what I mean. Like,
yeah.
Like you got a little bit of it in the Batman, but the Batman with Cedric Diggory and Twilight guy, when like it was a moderately successful Batman movie.
It was.
But at least it built up Gotham. Like in this show, like Gotham is recovered.
you were in the city.
Yeah.
The city was a character.
Yes. And in this show, Gotham's recovering from the flood. The criminal underworld is trying to recover from the fall, the arrest of Salvatore Maroni and the death of the head of the Falcone family.
Right.
So there's a vacuum.
Right.
And
That's when
all the
shit hits
roaches,
the fan.
all the roaches and shit are fighting for who's going to be the new kingpin and all this
Yeah.
shit. And Oswald Cobb, who I guess is Oswald Cobblepot, is, and as Colin Farrell, you forget he's got prosthetics on.
Yeah.
He does such a fucking good job. You're like, this is just a middle-aged, ugly fucking
Yes.
fat guy. And they show his foot.
Yeah.
Bro,
Nasty.
what the fuck? Like,
Not a feet finder find?
no shit, he walks with a limp. Oh my god! I'm like, all right, you didn't need to show that.
The only other man that I can remember that was really fantastic in prosthetics, enough that you could forget, was Steve Carell.
Yeah,
He's done a couple of roles where you're like, is that really Steve? Because when you think of him, you think The Office.
Yeah.
And you think the funniness that comes with his characters that he's portrayed in the past.
Yeah.
So to even see like Colin Farrell in this kind of a role, I think the prosthetics help.
yeah. I just didn't expect. Like, if you told me, like, when I saw the trailer, I was like, what the fuck? They're making a show about the Penguin?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
But like, if you'd have told me that I was going to enjoy episode 1 of The Penguin more than I would have enjoyed the entire fucking Batman film that came out with Robert Pattinson, got his name now.
Right? Yeah.
I would have told you you're crazy.
Yes.
But no. The first episode of The Penguin is better than the entire Batman film.
That's what's up. At least
And
they're
I'm excited
landing
to see.
At least they're landing the plane somewhere, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Now
Got to salvage something.
I have heard from a couple different places. He's not sure if he wants to even do a season 2 because of the amount of prosthetics and how much time and labor goes into putting on the whole suit and all of that.
Some
kind
of that takes hours,
Yeah, they
right?
really shave his head in the middle. Like that patch of hair that's missing, they shave Colin Farrell's head right
that's
down the
actually
middle.
that's actually a piece they put on, and it just looks that good. But that
Really?
takes a lot of time.
Really?
Sure.
They don't shave his
Yes, they didn't actually shave it.
Oh, fuck.
Damn.
That's a prosthetic as
Colin.
well.
Ain't that bad?
I wanted to bring this to your attention because
What are they paying him?
I
That's
had
what I wanna know.
I had to look up Zack Snyder.
Not enough to not complain.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or enough that he's like, maybe I can get more.
Right. Yes. Zack Snyder actually did a couple other movies that we may have forgotten that he did that were pretty good.
Okay.
So I'm going to go down the list here, right, of a
right.
couple of things here.
I'll let
So
you
we
know.
have the Justice League.
Okay.
Not bad. Rebel Moon, complete piece of shit.
piece of shit.
Man of Steel, not bad.
This is what I want to say about that. I don't know if I will pass that because I really like Superman.
Yes.
Or was it objectively a good movie? I'm
Fair
a big
enough.
Superman fan.
Fair enough.
I'm a big Superman fan.
Interesting.
I can't-
Interesting.
Like, do I just love Henry Cavill and Superman that much?
Right.
That I'm willing to say this is an acceptable piece of art.
Dawn of the Dead was Zack Snyder.
Was it
You're
Army
the
of the
horror
Dead?
guy.
Army of the Dead?
No, it was Dawn of the Dead, 2004.
Really?
He did Army of the Dead 2021 as well.
He did Dawn of the Dead.
He did Dawn of the Dead, 2004.
That's a win.
Sucker Punch, you didn't like.
No.
I was.
It looked
I was
cool.
in the between.
It looked cool, and it just didn't go anywhere.
It was. It wasn't.
Convoluted.
It wasn't too
I didn't
bad.
know he. If he really did Dawn of the Dead, then that's a win.
Yeah, he did
That's
that
one
one.
of the better zombie movies ever
He did
made.
Flash.
With with fucking.
He did The Flash.
That just came out with.
Yep.
With they them.
They them.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not a win.
He did Aquaman #1.
Not a win.
He did Legend of the Guardians. It's a kids movie. That's about owls.
Okay.
That's pretty shit.
That's that out. Yeah. No.
He did do the 2 Suicide Squad movies. So
Wait, no.
yes,
He
the
did-
one with the Peacemaker.
He did one with. James
2021.
Gunn did one, didn't he?
2021. I'm looking at it right now. I'm going down his
Hold on.
list.
He didn't.
Did James Gunn just write, or did he also
James
direct?
Gunn just wrote it, and Zack Snyder directed it.
So
like a fucking.
it
James Gunn
carries
kinda handed him.
it carries on. They give him a story he can tell.
And
it.
he right. So I mean you got to give the guy credit. He did direct it, even though James Gunn wrote
I'll give
it.
him credit for the second Suicide Squad.
That's the one that he did. He did them both. He
No,
did-
it's okay. So the one, did Zack Snyder write the first, or did fucking Gunn help him out on the first one? Because he shit the bed on that
he
one.
didn't. He didn't.
All right. Okay.
He didn't.
I believe he directed that piece of
He
shit.
did do the first Wonder Woman. That's got to be a win. That was a good
That's a
movie.
good one.
That's a good movie.
But it was the first time we saw Wonder Woman with the
No,
CGI.
it was still a good movie, and I'll tell you why. Because when you saw Wonder Woman 2, which he also did, that was a complete piece of shit.
He also did 84?
He did 84.
Well, then that erases Wonder Woman 1. Fuck him. That was so bad that it takes away from Wonder Woman 1. After I watched Justice League,
and that's it.
I took away from Wonder Woman. And the reason being is the fucking CGI bad guy is almost the exact same. It's almost the exact. Ares is almost the exact fucking same as Steppenwolf.
Yes, yeah.
And maybe in the Zack Snyder redo, they changed him to make him look more independent. But in the original fucking Justice League,
Yes.
they just used the same skin.
Yeah.
Bro, they fucking copy and pasted.
Yeah,
the
they
villain.
did. They did.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna let him go either.
It
Like,
was-
no,
it was
you
complete
fucking
shit.
copy and pasted the villain.
And they fucked up Wonder Woman 84 so bad
That's what I
that
heard.
it took Pedro Pascal
Yeah.
and made him look bad.
Yeah.
The man who can't lose
Lost.
lost.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
Right? You put him in anything, and people are like, Pedro, I'm in. Pedro, I'm in. This
So
was the
so-
movie where they were like, this movie sucked, but Pedro was okay.
So I went into Twilight of the Gods with my expectations in the fucking gutter.
Yes.
And I'm happy so far.
Good.
It's telling at parts it's rushed, but it's telling an enjoyable story so far. So far.
So
I don't hate it.
I also.
But the
I'm
Penguin's
gonna
much
watch it.
better.
I'm
But the
gonna watch
Penguin's
it.
much better.
I'm gonna watch it.
And you know what else is good?
Okay.
And I'm almost embarrassed to say it because I gave Disney a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed, so far, one episode. I enjoyed the first episode of Agatha All Along. I enjoyed it.
It was good.
I watched it. There was a lot of things being tied together. I had a lot of fan theories, and I was like, "What? They made
Yes.
Disney came out with a fucking enjoyable show."
And they showed her ass.
They did. They did show
On
Agatha's ass.
They
on
showed
Disney
Agatha's
Plus.
ass.
It was lumpy and not very impressive.
No,
however,
not-
it was an ass.
But it was an ass.
It was an unedited, not body double ass.
No, it was. They also brought in Audrey Plaza.
who I fucking love.
They
and
got a
she's
bunch
great.
of good people on the show.
She was the best part of the first episode. I was like, I love her.
She's fantastic. She is.
You'll see the second episode then.
I'm gonna
I've
watch
seen them
it
both.
maybe tonight.
I've seen
I'm
them
gonna
both.
watch it maybe tonight.
It was pretty good.
Yeah,
was
there's a
pretty
lot
good.
of stuff I have to get to. I was on vacation in Tampa when I tried to watch, and I've been drinking, and I tried to watch some of these shows.
Yeah.
I fell asleep during My Hero Academia. I still need to watch that. Like, I'm not caught up on a lot of
Yeah,
things.
I finally caught up. Speaking of anime, on Demon Slayer, I
Okay.
finally watched
The final
the
shit?
final training arc, and it fucked me up.
The Stone Ashira?
It
Yeah,
fucked
man.
me up. It fucked me up because that is the biggest cliffhanger. How are they gonna fuck us up like that, bro?
Oh, dude, we're going into the Infinity Castle arc.
Fucking right. That shit is gonna be murderous.
It's a lot of people that read the comic book say it's the best part of the entire thing.
Everybody
We're going into the biggest
it just
part of the
starts
whole thing.
falling out of the sky, and they're all into
It
this
was a trap.
demon realm.
It was a trap. They all got pulled
so
into Logan's
good.
castle. It's gonna be fucking
so
wild.
good. So
gonna be wild.
it is. It's gonna be wild, and it seems like to me best guess because I don't read the anime. I don't read.
I don't
want
want to read it because
Yeah, I don't. I want to be spoiled.
It's too far ahead.
I feel like it's gonna be like one of those like everyone dies. and you got like one or two people that make it out, or maybe even just one person that makes it out at the end.
It might.
It feels like
there's
it
a lot
feels
of
like that.
There's a lot of shit going into this.
So
Like
and I'm here for it.
I forget his name, but Lightning Dude that fucking like that when he falls asleep he gets real fast.
Yes.
He got a letter and we don't know what was in the letter.
And he's finally serious.
Yeah.
That was the first time he wasn't scared.
Something was in that
wasn't
letter.
crying.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker is floating through the air like, I'm about to kill some bitches.
Yeah.
I was excited for that.
Yeah.
I was excited for that.
Inosuke's got his boar head on.
Yes, yes.
And his two swords, so we're good to go. I mean, it's going to be a good... it's going to be... I don't know. I can't wait for it to come out.
Yeah.
I can't wait for it to come out. Bam Margera's back in jail.
Surprise!
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Steve-O came out. Steve-O came out and said,
Yeah.
I just can't help him. I can't help this guy. So he got it back in my home state of PA. He got a fucking DUI over the weekend. So
I thought he was doing good.
I thought he was
He
too.
keeps going back and forth. It's
and then
a
he got
constant
drunk
problem.
and got a DUI. So.
Fuck, man. Yeah, that sucks,
I mean,
man.
I don't know. I feel bad. I feel bad for Bam at this point, or I do and I don't. I don't know. He's had plenty of chances.
You know what's funny?
He looks 70 fucking years old. He's
Yeah, he
he's like
does.
44.
He does.
He looks like shit.
Oh yeah, he's beat his body down.
Oh, he looks like absolute. He looks like a fucking desk in a middle school in a poor neighborhood. He looks fucking terrible, bro.
that dumb shit.
His tattoos suck. I'm like, bro.
You know what he looks like? He looks like a washed up wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like he would live in Tampa.
I seen I seen pictures
Ric
of
Flair.
recently of Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
Oh wow, how's
He is no longer Beefcake.
No.
He's just Brutus the Barber.
who looks worse, him or Lex Luger?
Oh, Lex Luger. Yeah, Lex Luger.
I don't know if any of the other than Diamond Dallas Page. I don't know of any of the retired wrestlers that have held up in any real way.
Yeah.
Once they're out of the ring, they're all falling apart.
Yeah, Bret Hart doesn't look too good. Kevin Nash, believe it or not, does not look too bad. He does a podcast.
Kurt Angle.
Kurt's
looks pretty
okay.
good. Still,
He's
right?
okay.
He's not doing too bad, but
He always drank his milk.
Yeah.
He's falling apart though.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
But it's all from
He's had-
injuries from the wrestling and from the Olympics.
he's had a broken neck forever.
yeah.
A lot of
We all know
those.
that.
A lot of those guys. They do so much damage to their body. It's
not
just
a
irreversible.
longevity career.
No.
Even the Undertaker, he looks like shit, but he's hanging in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know?
But that's what I gather. Like when I like watching these old wrestling shows, or like these shows that come out like Heels, Glow, the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, or like the Dark Side of the Ring and shit like that. But a lot of those people, man, like in the ring, they were like the heroes or the villains, and they played this great role. But outside of their ring, man, their lives were shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were falling apart.
Yeah. Chris
I
Benoit.
mean, you're
Yeah.
living on the road.
Even
you're
Ric
just
Flair.
Yeah.
going town to town. You have no real home, and you're on pills and steroids, and you're just trying to put on a performance.
yeah,
but
your
it-
body's falling apart.
Yeah, but it's like for like a guy like Ric Flair, who was able to do whatever the fuck he whenever the fuck he wanted on the road, is now like he's crossed centuries, right?
Yeah.
And now he's living in a world where the shit he used to do and people loved and admired, they're looking at him like this fucking poor piece of shit in the corner. Like he's getting kicked out of bars and stuff. Where
I was in his hometown over the weekend. I was in Tampa. That's where he resides now. Is over in Tampa. I didn't see him, but I did see the lead singer of Hootie and the Blowfish.
Shit.
I did
Hootie
see Darius Rucker
or the Blowfish.
Just Hootie.
Just Hootie.
I guess. He always said that they called him Hootie back in the day, and he was like, "I'm not Hootie. Like it's just the name of my band." Like, but he's like, "My name is Darius." But like, whatever.
no,
yeah.
fucker.
No,
it's
you're
Hootie.
Hootie.
It's Hootie.
So
Too
I
late.
guess I saw Hootie. I
Yeah,
saw
That's how bands are named, by the person singing,
right.
then everybody else.
Yeah.
You gave yourself that name.
Yeah, I saw him walk through the restaurant, and I was like, "That looks like Darius Rucker." And then, like, literally, some guy that was talking with him was like, "Let's go, Darius." And I was like, "That's fucking."
But
Darius.
what is a Hootie?
What is a Hootie? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, that's like, what is a
An owl?
hoobastank?
An owl?
It's nothing.
Hootie is an adjective that means flighty, frivolous, or thoughtlessly silly.
And the blowfish.
And the blowfish.
I know what a blowfish is.
Frivolous blowfish.
There you go.
It definitely sounds better as Hootie. Yeah. Well, actually, it's Hootie and the blowfish. Again, he's Hootie.
I picture an owl
Yep.
and like 3 blowfish that hang out with him.
Wow.
And there you go. That's what I picture.
Fucking Hootie. That's great.
In the world of music,
It also does mean owl-themed nickname.
oh, okay.
So it could be owl-themed nickname
I
and
think
the
it's
blowfish.
I picture an owl and 3 blowfish.
Yes.
That's the name.
That's it.
That's the band.
That's what you got.
Linkin Park has a new singer.
Yes.
Yeah,
Really?
female lead singer. They finally replaced. Well, I'm not gonna say that because you can't really replace Chester. He's that's it. But you can kind of reinvent the band, I guess.
Yeah.
She's pretty good. They have an album coming out. There's 2 songs out now: "The Emptiness Machine" and "Heavy Is the Crown," and both of them are pretty decent.
I've heard the one, which was good, and they did a live concert, which was also pretty good.
Yeah.
I tried listening to her previous.
Amy Armstrong.
Yeah.
Something Armstrong.
I want to say that's about right.
Yeah.
I tried listening to her previous band's music. Whoo, boy, that was rough.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand there was a whole fan base that was not happy with her, and I don't know if it's because they love Chester, or if they don't know if it's either because they love Chester or they don't really approve of her.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
like
there's
she's like a Scientologist or something. Something going on there.
There's some people that were never going to be happy with whoever replaces Chester after his passing here, and that's just going to be those people, and that goes for any band. And it doesn't matter that I think Chester was the last person that came on because it was Mike Shinoda's band first.
Yeah.
Right.
People
but
disregard that.
Yeah, Chester is going to go down as one of the greatest frontmen ever.
He really became the front for the group.
Yeah, so you're going to have to literally just divide Linkin Park into like pre-Chester and post-Chester. That's it. Like the music that they created with Hybrid Theory and
Is she gonna have a different sound? She's not gonna try to emulate.
No, she's her own sound, but she's good. But
she's
okay.
She's got an angrier sound where Chester had a more sorrowful sound.
Right.
That's a very good way of putting it.
Okay.
Yes. So like even though he had very heavy screams, it was always more mournful.
Yeah.
Right.
Where most other people, when they scream, it sounds more angry. And she's
it's kind of eerie when because he killed himself. Like if you go back and listen to a lot of their music,
a
lot of it is mental health.
A lot of lyrics were very dark, but he also did a lot for mental health stuff, and was always a very
he was an
big advocate, and he had issues when he was growing up and abuse he talked about it all. It wasn't like it was a big secret or anything like that, because he wanted people to talk about it to find help.
Yeah.
You know, and on a similar note, that's really what Mac Miller.
Yeah.
In his music, he was like some of his best music. Like his early music was really good, but his like last 3 albums, they were like masterful to me.
Yeah.
And it was either like, you know, about love or mental health. Like when you really listen to some of his songs, like Circles, and like just like, man, there were some deep shit. And like, here's a person crying out, but also crying out in such a musical, talented way that people just probably listen to it and be like, oh man, that's a really dope song.
Yeah.
But it's like, after he passed away and you go back and you listen to the albums, you're like, fuck, that was really sad and actually deep, like almost a cry for help in a song. And it's just like, this is a great song, put it out there. You know what I mean? Like, so that happens to artists.
So far, I think that the new Linkin Park stuff it's pretty good. At least the 2 songs I listened to, I like it. I want to see where they go with it. Even Mike Shinoda sounds good. Yeah, like in the Emptiness Machine, he starts out singing.
Yeah,
and I'm like, oh, Mike Shinoda on like not just rapping but vocals. I'm like, okay, cool. And then when in Heavy Is the Crown, he's back to like that Hybrid Theory Shinoda where he's rapping, and then I'm like, okay, good. Like this is.
I'll have to check it out because I liked Linkin Park, so I'm curious to see what
the 2 songs I've heard are good, and I will say this. I liked it more than the stuff Linkin Park was making towards the end with Chester.
Sure.
Because let's be honest, like a lot of their stuff was like really techno-y and like had a lot of electric stuff in it. And like I was like, to me, I was like, oh shit, like Linkin Park is not good now. Like,
you know? Well, that's like one of my favorite bands. At
Hybrid Theory and Meteora, yes. Yeah. They were one of the greatest bands in my opinion that I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Those 2 albums. From start to finish, those 2 albums, I think it'll stand the test of time.
To me, it was like Linkin Park when they crossed over with Jay-Z. Like, cause like,
and I think it was what album? It was maybe Meteora that they redid with him.
Yeah, it was fucking dope.
Songs,
it was so dope. Like to me, I was like, this I can get behind. And then I started back cataloging Linkin Park, and that's when I was like, oh, that's when I started really liking these motherfuckers. They were pretty dope. But like another similar but different, 21 Pilots.
Yeah,
like they kind of have that fusion sound of like. Sometimes it's kind of pop, sometimes it's kind of rock, sometimes it's rap. Like they got this nice blend of different genres in there. They do it so well. Even like their latest stuff, like their early stuff really fucking hit.
Yeah.
And now they just put out like a little single here or a little single there, you know, to kind of.
No, the single game is really what's becoming pretty standard for a lot of music now. Is because that way you're doing it yourself, you release it yourself, you don't really need the label and all of those middlemen taking money off the top.
Yeah.
You just got to have a good producer, a studio you go to record, and DistroKid.
Yeah, because
and you call it a fucking day.
your music being streamed is not making money.
No, especially
So
if
it's the
somebody
tours.
else owns
It's
the
the
rights.
tours,
If
yeah.
someone else owns the rights, you're not getting anything.
And if you release the music and it's good, people want to go to your tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. Like if you're not touring, you're not going to make any kind of money, you know. So it's
that's
the way to do it.
That's what Falling in Reverse did. They dropped like 8 singles over the last like 2 years, and then they put out like a whole album.
Yeah.
But it was just like every 2 months. Here's another thing. Here's another
Their
thing.
shit
Here's
is
another
so
thing.
good though.
Yes.
That whole album that they just dropped is really, really good.
It's almost the vision of one entire. It pretty much is the vision of just one person.
Ronnie.
Like it's got a band name, but it's just honestly
it's Ronnie Radke.
It's
Ronnie
Ronnie
Radke, yeah.
and like the bass player.
Yeah, and he's really, really good. Like, he's been collaborating with everybody. That one song, Ronald, it's him, it's Tech Nine,
Yeah.
and it's
Alex Terrible.
Alex Terrible of Slaughter to Prevail.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit.
Is Ronnie Radke also the one that made the comic book? He wrote the comic book, The Umbrella.
No.
Academy?
No,
That's Gerard Way from
Gerard Way.
My Chemical Romance.
Bro, listen, that's talent. Like this motherfucker is
Look at
making
the lead
music.
singer of Tool, fucking
Maynard.
Maynard James Keenan. Yeah, he has his own winery. He's like fermenting grapes and growing them on the side of hills and shit. And he's also a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
like
right.
some of these guys are just driven. Like they're, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like then you got Bam
That's what it
Margera,
takes. And then you got Bam Margera.
who's driven right into a fucking telephone pole.
But I mean,
rest in peace, Ryan Dunn. All right.
in terms of like
He's done.
heavy lyrics, there's a I want to say he's British.
Done is done.
Ren, who's been all over Instagram, he's got really heavy songs like that as well, and they're all phenomenal. But it's one of those like, whoo, that puts you in a fucking mood.
Yeah.
I need something a little happier now.
Yeah.
Ronnie Radke, Falling in Reverse was really good live. They came here to I Think.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
saw
yeah.
them. They opened up for Avenged Sevenfold, and they were fantastic.
Yeah.
And I will see them again if they go touring.
Yeah.
I just saw Korn, and your daughter was right, Cassidy. She said that they were fantastic live.
They were.
30 years later, they are fantastic live.
man.
Korn is phenomenal live.
Yeah, Jonathan Davis is. He sounds good.
Yeah.
Some of those people just know how to deliver the show in person, and,
Well,
that's,
and
it.
that's-
It's an energy that they bring.
And that's one of the things that Falling in Reverse does is when they release the song, they already have a plan for how do we bring this live to the stage. Because as you're writing a song, you know, sometimes you have parts that overlap, so you can't say both at the same time. So that's where his bass player does a lot of the backing vocals. So it's already planned out. I need to take a breath here. He's taking in. I come back in. Here's where this mix is. Here's where that mix is. Here's where we have the backing track, because even though they're a rock group, there's a lot of rap elements.
Yeah.
So they use all of the little tools that everybody else is using for their show, and the production is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's that, and that's where a failing you see in a lot of rappers is they write good songs for an album, but there's no planning on how do I take this song and present it on a stage.
right.
Yeah.
There's very few rappers that have actually gone out and said, how do I design this to be a good show versus
Right.
just a good song for the radio?
And I think that's also part of like the culture of hip hop. Like in the beginning, it was just much more of a gritty art style, and
It's meant to be delivered on a street corner.
it really was, you know. And it's not meant to be pretty
Wembley
up.
Stadium.
So
Yeah.
the few people that did take it and elevate it, those became superstars. But even like, because if you take like something similar to hip hop, like reggaeton,
Yep.
those guys are over the top.
Yep.
Bad Bunny's charging buku bucks to be at a show, but when you go to one of those shows, people are like, it's amazing. You know, he's lighting the place on fire. But hip hop was more like 10 dudes on a stage, 9 of them are jumping around.
Yeah.
One of them is delivering the goods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Well, it's like original country. It's like it was a guy with a hat and a guitar.
Yeah.
And he's up there and he's just telling a story.
Now
And
it's
now
a-
you got a fucking,
fucking
stadium
it's
full
a
of
rock
Morgan
show.
Wallen.
It's a rock
fans.
show now.
It's like, holy fuck, he's playing for like 100,000 people. Like, what the hell? Like, that's not, I mean, I don't know.
it's definitely
It
evolved.
depends.
It's definitely evolved.
It's like a Taylor Swift show. That's like a fucking cultural event. Like she changes economies.
It's stadiums.
What the hell?
She's next level though. Like she is almost at the level of a Michael Jackson, if not at the level of a Michael Jackson.
I would say she's there now. Like it's legitimately at the point where like when you could ask anybody what's the biggest pop star on the planet, they're gonna tell you.
If you're talking modern day,
she's dating Super Bowl.
I don't think there's anyone bigger than her right now.
Not right now. Right now,
and with how easy it is for your attention to be diverted all over the place,
it's wild
to be that
much.
singular of a power in the music industry. It's that much harder because you don't need the music industry anymore to be putting out your stuff. So to draw in that many eyes when there's so many things pulling you away, it's ridiculous.
Kendrick Lamar is doing the halftime show.
I know, and I don't like him. I think he sucks.
Oh, Jesus God.
I think he's absolute trash. I hate his voice. I hate his style. I don't like him. That song he did dissing Drake, woohoo, great for you. Sucked. It sucked.
You didn't like They Not Like Us?
Sucks.
Oh, my God.
Absolute trash. As a matter of fact.
I liked it.
As a matter of fact, here's the thing. Here's the test. Like, Drake may not be a better lyricist.
I'm glad you can admit that.
But he is by far a better songwriter. He has put out far more hits than Kendrick Lamar.
How many of those did Drake write?
It doesn't. That is true. Okay, so I
just don't know how Drake's gonna feel with like They Not Like Us like did better than however many of Drake's last couple songs, and now Drake, like if he performs that at the halftime show, so he performs They Not Like Us.
Right.
He's going to be rapping to the entire world about how Drake and his friends are pedophiles.
Yes, he is. But everybody's
and Drake has to watch
the
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He's probably going to be there. He's rapping about a man who's sitting right there, being a pedophile.
Yes. Yeah.
It's going to be interesting, at the very least.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm just saying, how many number one hits does Drake have? He has 13 number one hits on the Billboard's Hot 100.
He's a pop star, and he has a crooked dick. He's got a lot of things, man. I just, as a rapper, I like Kendrick better than Drake.
Yeah,
I do.
He's a better rapper, a better lyricist, I would say. But Drake has far more hits.
I agree because he's a pop star.
Yeah,
he was in a wheelchair. He rolled around on Degrassi. Yeah. I remember him. You know, like
he's got the sympathy vote.
I'm sorry. I just fundamentally hate Kendrick Lamar's style.
And that's fine. People are allowed. You're allowed. You're allowed to hate Kendrick Lamar. I stayed quiet, but I didn't like Mac Miller. And I'm not.
You know what? An acquired taste.
I didn't want to shit on him because he's dead,
right?
And you obviously liked him, so I was like, I'm just gonna stay quiet because
But have you listened to some of those latest albums? The newer albums, what he put out the ones before he died.
Oh, okay.
Because he clearly is
not the ones
Tupac.
after he died.
I mean,
those are a little harder to
get. His latest album, Necromancy. Yeah. No, I didn't listen to that one. No, I just. I'm sorry if you're listening and you're a Mac Miller fan.
He's not listening.
He just wasn't my.
He's dead, bro. He's dead. He's not listening.
Mac can hear everything now.
No, he can't hear shit.
Mac is in the void. He hears all.
If Mac is listening to us, kudos to you, number one.
Mac and Cthulhu hear all.
He really doesn't have anything better to do?
Yeah. He's sitting here. Yeah, if Mac is listening to the Sofa Kingdom podcast, I feel bad for him. Bro, you're omnipotent. Do something else with your fucking time.
Do something better with your life. Yeah.
No, you're right. Like some people, like they don't vibe with, like
exactly.
You listen to it and you're like, I just don't feel it. I don't feel it the way
music and comedy to me, I think, are the most subjective tastes. Like I can laugh all day at something that I think is fucking great. Put it on for you and
Eric Andre.
I don't like him.
I can't stand him.
Bro,
I hate him.
There's people that love him. Like the Eric Andre show. I will say this. The Eric Andre show had some funny moments. Yeah. He did some shit like in public or like, awkward and I would laugh I'd cry. Yeah. I'd laugh so hard. But his one stand-up he did, it was so loud and annoying. I was like, I had to turn it off after 15 minutes. I was like, this is shit. Yeah. Like it's literally just stressing me out.
His comedy, I don't enjoy any of it.
But when he walks up to a stranger in public on the street and he says, "Oh, can you help me with this?" and then he like starts cutting his own fucking scalp off. That's fucking amazing. That I will laugh at because the woman starts fucking hyperventilating and screaming because it looks like a man is cutting his fucking scalp off. Like,
but have you ever seen his show? Have you ever seen his show?
Yeah.
It's so fucking bad.
It's awkward.
It was so bad.
Look, when Lou Ferrigno walked off because Lou Ferrigno almost punched the guy.
But you could
the guy was naked, dressed as the Hulk, and he kept getting closer to him. And he's like, "If you fucking touch me, like I'm gonna beat the shit out of you." Like, Lou Ferrigno pretty much told him, like, "I'm gonna beat the fucking shit out of you."
But you can do awkward and still make it funny. Have you ever seen Between Two Ferns?
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Okay,
yes, but I feel like they know.
That is so goddamn. Of course they do.
You're sitting down with that idiot, like you know.
But how could you not know if you're sitting down with Eric Andre that it's not going to be a fucking crazy show?
I don't know if some of those people knew who the fuck he was. Like Lou Ferrigno doesn't know who Eric Andre is.
Well,
then he had no business being there.
That was a bold move.
That's when you fire somebody on your team.
Yes.
That's like if you get booked for Hot Ones and you don't know you're eating hot wings. Hey, somebody's getting fucking fired.
That show made me hate DJ Khaled.
He was a bitch.
He was the best.
He was such a
bitch, and like he was so uninteresting. Like his answers to his questions, I was like, you're trying to be like funny, informed here or something. Yeah. He acted like he was like an artist. Like he'd ask him a question, he would give this fucking weird convoluted response. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Like,
you yell "We the best" on other people's
You're
albums.
not Jeff Goldblum, sir. How dare you?
Yeah, shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
You're a fat dude from Miami. Shut up.
There's a show with Jeff Goldblum on where he plays
Chaos?
Zeus.
Chaos.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now.
I have not seen it yet.
I'm going to tell you this. The show kind of sucks. But
fair.
But Jeff Goldblum, the moments that he's on, it's worth watching the entire show.
Jeff Goldblum is Jeff Goldblum.
Just for Jeff Goldblum.
He's Jeff Goldblum.
He plays Zeus wearing a tracksuit, wearing rings, and he's just, God damn, he's Zeus. He's Zeus in my eyes.
You believe it?
I do. He's so good. There's a part of the show.
Who was the villain he played in Thor? Oh my God!
Like the over the top
Grandmaster. It was Thor Ragnarok.
Yes.
He was fucking awesome.
It was great.
He was awesome. It was like you didn't care about the villain. You're like, that's fucking Jeff Goldblum.
But this is what I'm talking about. Like Jeff Goldblum
liquefying people and then getting disgusted by it. I love this man.
He's playing Zeus, right? And he gets like a line in his forehead, and he can't let it go.
Harry Potter?
He's like, I am the god of gods. What the fuck is this on my forehead? He's like, is this a wrinkle? He literally calls like his brother Poseidon. He's like, look at my forehead.
Look at my forehead.
Look at my forehead. Look at my forehead, right? I'm like, this is... So I will say, the show is not uninteresting. It's interesting. It's just not great. But Jeff Goldblum is the saving grace of the whole show. So it's worth it just for those moments. It really is. But actually, the best thing that I have been watching has been Heels as of lately. I think if you like wrestling at all, it's absolutely worth the watch.
I might take it like Andrew.
Absolutely worth the watch.
Best thing I've been watching, I guess, if you sit the episode of Penguin aside, because that right now to me has me most interested.
I haven't seen that yet, so I'm going to jump into that.
That is the most interesting thing that I've seen and cannot wait for the next episode. I mean, I guess we could talk about it for a little. Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. It's okay.
It's been good.
It's okay.
It's been good.
Man.
It's been good.
I got some bones to pick.
Bro, but it's been good.
Orc families.
Okay, yes. That's stupid.
Orc families?
It's stupid, and we don't care.
Hey, Elrond, I need you to go on an important mission to Eregion. I'm going to send you on foot. The fuck? The fuck? I need you to get to Eregion to find out whether the Dark fucking Lord is building rings.
Yes.
You and Galadriel go on foot with these other retards.
Yes.
No!
We've done the foot thing already.
We have eagles! Give them a horse! Something!
We've done the long walk.
Ride on the back of a dwarf
Why
if
are we repeating long walks?
Right.
Yes.
Meanwhile, it's taken fucking Elrond, his group of slowtards, 3 years to walk to Eregion. The fucking dwarf prince Durin is going back and forth nonstop.
Yes.
He's like, he's in Eregion, and then he's back in fucking Moria. And he's back in I'm going, give him that transport power.
What the fuck is going on
here? Like, he's going back and forth and bitching to everybody. And I'm like, have Durin deliver the message.
Yes.
He's everywhere. And how the fuck is Tom Bombadil teaching Gandalf magic?
I don't know.
What? What the fuck?
Okay, so here's...
Gandalf's a Maiar spirit.
Here's
he didn't get magic class from Tom Bombadil.
I think he's just...
No!
He's awakening his inner wizard. He's like, bitch, did you get trapped in a tree? I'll be back for you later.
I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
No, but look,
How was Nori and that other chick not killed by that tornado?
they should be dead.
They were launched into the fucking space by an F5 tornado.
Yeah, they should be dead.
And they just landed on the desert rock.
And as a matter of fact,
They're very sturdy people.
Oh, the hobbits are known for their durability.
the show would
That's
be
why they're great warriors.
better off if they were dead.
Yes.
Why do we need hobbits? I don't think we do.
At this
I don't
point,
think we do.
At this point, because Gandalf liked them. That's
Yeah.
really why they're there.
He liked the little people.
He saw the good in them.
So he had the
And
same.
it's a Tolkien metaphor for good little people can do great things.
So he had the same fetish as the
Literally.
guy in the wheelchair.
Who's that? Who had the fetish?
The smart guy in the wheelchair that went to the
Did you just make
island.
a fucking Stephen Hawking joke? You just made a Stephen Hawking joke. Maybe, yes. There's your name of the
He
episode.
had a short guy
Gandalf
fetish.
is Stephen Hawking. No, I don't know, dude.
Is Gandalf Stephen Hawking?
I heard a rumor that Rings of Power was going to be canceled.
I did
And I
too.
believed it because
I think they put.
I don't know, man.
put a
I'm
lot
watching
into
it.
it.
I am watching it. I'm watching
Well,
it.
there's always contract things as well. So I don't know how many seasons they sign on for
heard
X
5.
amount of money.
I heard 5.
So at a certain point, it becomes uncancelable because the money's already allotted. And
You're
what
right.
they do with that is it's a tax write-off.
Right.
So if it's not bringing in the money, they write it off. They make their money back
Yeah.
anyway, and then they just keep going about it however they need
and it
to.
was a bit of a passion project for Mr. Bezos himself. Like
Yes.
he dove into this like this is something I want.
Mr. Bezos should get directly involved then, because what the fuck?
I am not
Maybe.
mad
If
at
I'm
the
Mr.
show, man.
Bezos,
Maybe
if I'm Mr.
he
Bezos and I'm
is.
sitting at home,
Yeah.
Maybe he already is. Maybe this
God.
is.
Yes.
This is
God.
what he thinks.
Maybe it's his
it is.
brainchild. Maybe it's his. Here's the thing. I'm not mad at the show. There's a couple of little things, yes, that are quirky, but
just-
overall, the animation's fucking
oh yeah,
fantastic.
cinematography gets an A plus plus
the,
plus.
the actors are doing a fucking
Except they
killer
fucked
job.
the men's up. The men's faces. What was wrong with those
Okay,
ends?
all right.
What was wrong with those ends?
Them ends. They were on meth.
Yeah,
Those were meth ends.
They photoshopped those faces. What the fuck?
Those were meth ends. They
I'm
were.
like,
they
what?
Were. Yeah.
What?
But-
Look at the end from fucking years ago in Peter Jackson's movie, and now look at this thing.
But my
Something is not the
boy,
same.
the Dominican elf,
Yeah, I know you're talking about, yeah.
yeah, he's bad motherfucker.
He is.
He's a bad
fine.
motherfucker.
I don't have a problem with any of the I mean, it's gonna be hard to explain what happened to all the multiracial people when you watch the.
Well, that's easy.
Yeah.
World War II.
I guess. Because, like, you know, what happened to them when we get to the actual movies? You know, where they all go?
Yeah, it's true. So his name is I got to look it up. I got to do him justice here. Orendir?
Arendil.
Arendil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying the show. It's good
I am
fantasy.
too.
I got some fucking questions. That's all.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
they're doing a lot of creative things, and it's just a slippery slope with the Tolkien mythology, because that's a hell of a fan base. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just
It
hard
is.
to.
I don't think it's so far that like people they can watch it and hate it. There's a couple little things.
I mean,
but
the last
I think it's really
In
good
the last
show.
episodes, Durin's wife chased away dwarvish guards by singing and making bats attack them. I just want to point that out to you.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they were just running from her singing because it was that bad.
You don't know how sensitive their ears are.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Maybe they're all afraid of bats.
I guess. And they got attacked by barrow wights, like the undead people.
Yes,
And the only thing that can stop them is their weapons. What?
Fucking right. But that's something like D&D mythology.
They got swallowed by
Yes,
a
sir.
big sandworm, and all of a sudden they exploded out of it.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Dude, why not?
Yeah, doing it up.
You tell me you would pop out of that worm? No.
I wouldn't get it in the first place. I want to end the episode with this. Today, I saw Barrett outside of the gym.
Oh.
Barrett.
Yep.
Yeah, in
right?
public?
At Publix.
Oh, God.
In public, at Publix.
Oh well, yeah. You need to buy food every now and then.
He was
Right.
uncomfortable.
He was there. He was
He
there.
was in public. He was uncomfortable.
He had his headphones on, right? And I'm like, Bear. He's staring at his phone. Bear. Staring at his phone, like so deep into his fucking. I was like, fuck you, dude. So I walked away, right? I go outside, text him. I'm like, hey, are you on Palm Beach? 20 minutes later, he probably was still on his phone. He was texting some guy, by the way, and
ew.
he was sending explicit photos when I looked over his shoulder. He
my
didn't know that
God,
I was
Bear.
there.
Bear.
The guy was a midget, by the way. Yeah, so he was texting a midget explicit photos.
Okay, Stephen Hawking got
In
it.
Publix,
Wow.
in Publix, yes.
Wow. Is Barrett Gandalf?
And so he's like, yeah, I'm on Palm Beach. I'm like, bro, I said hello to you like 3 times in public. But I swear to God, I've never seen somebody like, he was just like in his fucking, I was like, geez, I could have stuck my hand in your pocket, took your wallet out, and walked away with it.
Fucking should have.
Yeah,
Just to teach him a fucking lesson. Just to teach him a fucking lesson.
Next time I will. Hit it. Thank you for joining us at the Sofa Kingdom podcast, where you can find us on all your social media platforms at
Sofa Kingdom OFC
and on YouTube at
Sofa Kingdom Podcast.
Ian. Take us away, brother.
Where am I taking him?
Not to Gandalf's house.
I guess. Yeah, if you check out some of the shows we recommended, you might like some, you might not like some.
Yes, definitely.
And make sure to check out Mac Miller's new CD. According to Nelson, it's
He
really
just put it out like last week.
Yeah, it's good.
Like
It's
last
good.
week, bro. Yeah.
Brought to you by the Dark Arts.
I'm gonna send you like 2 of his songs that I think might change your opinion on him. And I need the 2 songs that you said about Linkin Park.
Okay, yeah.
I definitely want to hear that.
You do want to hear them because
Yeah.
I'm happy with what they put out.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Looking forward to it, gentlemen. All right, let's get out of here. Oh. Now, the fast track to jiu-jitsu. Change. I want to jiu-jitsu. You bring your bag or you gotta go home?
I gotta go home first.